I have officially lost my goddamn mind because I just got done watching Hellraiser Part 9. Wait, is that how many? Yeah, Part 9. It's called Revelations. This is the direct-to-DVD film that was released in 2011. It's directed by this fucking asshole, Victor Garcia. Holy fuck, what did I just get done watching?
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Can you get a shot of downtown LA before we say goodbye to it forever?
Bye, LA.
This is gonna be an epic journey.
Alright, so first of all, this movie starts off with these two guys. They're going to Mexico because they want to party, drink, have fun, fuck hookers, yeah. Then they go missing and you cut to their family. Both of their parents are freaking out because they haven't been seen. They can assume they're dead, but they don't know what's going on until one of them just magically, randomly shows up. And that's where Pinhead comes in to raise hell.
Everyone, just stay calm.
Holy fuck, I have been way too hard. Clearly I've been way too hard on those other direct-to-DVD Hellraiser films. I've been too hard on the whole Hellraiser franchise in general because they somehow have made not only the biggest piece of shit Hellraiser movie, but they've made one of the biggest pieces of fucking dog shit I have ever seen.
Here we go. You opened it, summoned us.
I mean, just look at the acting. The acting is atrocious. I don't know what's worse, the dialogue that was written for these fucking people, or the fact that they can't deliver any of these lines, they can't have any emotions. Like at the beginning, when the daughter, it's her brother and her boyfriend are the two who went to Mexico. The way she's freaking out to her mom and saying like, oh, where are they? It's like, this is supposed to be this girl being worried, being upset.
I don't really get it. You guys never talk about Steven and Nico.
Emma, please.
But please forget that I had a brother. What is on that video camera? Shut up!
And then she finds their video camera and watches the footage of them basically fucking around in Mexico, and her boyfriend cheated on her with some girl, and they accidentally killed her.
What did you do?
I don't know, okay? I don't know what happened, okay? She hit her head or something. I don't know.
How that happened, I don't fucking know. They never explained it, and it doesn't really amount to anything either. They just leave, and this homeless guy comes up to them with, guess what? The puzzle cube.
This will take you beyond the limits. How much do you want for it? It's yours already. There you go. Gotta wait a while.
And we watch them open it, and that's when Pinhead comes to take their souls and bullshit. I can't fucking take this. Look, they only filmed this movie in 2 weeks. It took them 2 weeks to film this movie. They shot it for $300,000. Wow. And it's the first Hellraiser film to not have Doug Bradley as Pinhead. Can you fucking believe it? Even Doug Bradley saw this movie, saw how short it was for them to film it, and he was like, what the fuck, I'm not gonna fucking do this. I'm not gonna come out of retirement and make this piece of shit movie. And that's saying a lot because Doug Bradley has been willing to play Pinhead in some of the worst Hellraiser movies ever, and even he didn't want to come back for this. The guy who plays him, Stephen Smith Collins, so fucking bad as Pinhead, it's laughable. But getting back to the family and that horrible acting, the mother of the son who's missing, her first line to when they find one of the kids, her first line to him is, oh, where's my son? Is he with you? Really? You just found him in the middle of nowhere. He just popped up, and he's covered in blood, and he's barely coherent, and you're asking him, is your son with him? Does it look like he's fucking with him?
You have a darkness that rivals my own, Nico.
And then the daughter somehow finds the cube. I don't know how. She like pulls it out of her ass and says, "Oh, here's the cube." And she's fucking around with it. And then there's a scene where she goes to her brother's room and they start making out. And you're like, wow. If this film wasn't any worse, let's just bring incest into it. Great. But then this movie tries to do a big mindfuck plot twist that all of these fucking movies have tried to do, where it's, oh, the one who's missing, and he took the skin of this kid, so he came back wearing this kid's skin, and he tries to kill all of them, and he tries to trade the daughter's soul for himself, and it was just like, what? Yeah, I don't give a shit that I just spoiled the fuck out of this movie. I don't care, because you know why I don't care? Because this movie fucking sucks ass. It's a piece of shit. It's dog shit. It's lower than dog shit. Whatever is lower than dog shit. The ground, the cement, the soil, the dirt, just anything that's lower than dog shit, that's what this movie is. The only reason why this movie was made was so that Dimension wouldn't lose the rights to the Hellraiser name. Really? So Dimension, you know that this is a piece of shit film. You guys have been trying to make a Hellraiser remake for the longest time, but because you haven't thought of any great ideas yet, because you haven't been able to keep a director on long enough to make this fucking movie, you just thrust together a 2-week production of this piece of shit film, all so you can keep the rights to this. Fuck you, Dimension. That's literally the lowest thing that a movie studio could do just to keep the rights to something. If you haven't made a Hellraiser film in 6 years, what's going to make you think you're just all of a sudden going to come up with a good idea now? Give up the rights. Let someone else take this franchise and actually do something with it. Because as this franchise is now, this is probably the worst horror franchise of all time. I'm sorry to anyone who likes the Hellraiser movie, but from 4 on have all been terrible. You're talking about 6 Hellraiser films at least that are just dog shit movies. One thing is for sure, and this is possibly the only good thing about this 9th film, is that I am done. I will never have to rewatch another Hellraiser film as long as I live. Thank fucking God. So if you couldn't tell by now, I give Hellraiser Part 9, Revelations, a big whopping fuck you! You piece of shit fucking movie. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and later.